participation in Northern Ireland in a geological survey for nuclear waste storage should be a big concern for everyone. I believe it's just a cynical ploy by the UK Environment Minister, Hilary Benn, to offer awards to councils who would agree to bury the nuclear waste. So it basically means the poorest regions are going to be targeted to host these underground burial sites. And but in 2002, the Department of Enterprise, Trade and Investment in the previous Assembly commissioned an energy inquiry which concluded that Northern Ireland should remain nuclear free, and that substantial government subsidies to the nuclear energy industry should be redirected to the renewable energy industry. So why is it that with the new Assembly we face uncertainties about a nuclear free Ireland? The Scottish Parliament and Welsh Assemblies have already expressed their opposition to hosting such facilities, and the Scottish Parliament are actually decommissioning the nuclear reactors. So agreement would be needed from the Northern Ireland Assembly, and you would assume that all our MLAs would be against hosting such things. But of course, our nuclear MP and greenwash title holder Sammy Wilson yet again refuses to refuse nuclear power in Northern Ireland. Basically thinks this is a great idea, and but the latest idea of actually creating these nuclear underground burial sites highlights again the fact that the nuclear industry has yet to come up with an acceptable solution to the disposal of nuclear waste. The disposal methods are basically a big problem that the nuclear industry faces when trying to look at a long-term energy production plan. Basically, there's no acceptable solution to the disposal of nuclear waste. The International Atomic Energy Agency published a report just last year in October which looked at the nuclear industry's ability to predict the extent that this nuclear waste won't escape these underground bunkers and make their way to the soil and to the water. And I looked at the sort of report and what the nuclear industry were saying, and it was basically something along the lines of, well, we don't know if we can actually contain it. The report basically cast doubt on this, and the gist I got from it was like, well, we're going to have to wait and see if we can contain it, which obviously isn't a good enough answer, because if they can't, we're in a lot of trouble. And nuclear waste, it stays dangerous for about 25,000 years, and it has to be upgraded every 100 years. The bunkers it's kept in, so it's constant money needs to be thrown at it to keep the nuclear waste where it is. So with this in mind, it's ludicrous that the government is going for a new generation of nuclear power stations in the British Isles whenever they don't know what to do with the waste from the current ones. So just to finish, I don't think you can bribe the poor into hosting, poor councils into hosting these nuclear burial sites with the frightening possibilities of contamination and the threats to human and environmental health. And I would call on Sammy Wilson and Hilary Benn, the UK Environment Minister, to stop the nuclear nonsense and to leave Ireland nuclear free. Thank you very much.